For this Web Design 2 class, we will be using Adobe Creative Cloud Dreamweaver CC, and all of the new videos produced for the course are using this program. If you don't have access to Dreamweaver CC, you can visit El Centro College and use the lab computers. We have Creative Cloud installed in all of them. You might also consider downloading the 30-day trial from adobe.com. If you are unable to gain access to a computer with Dreamweaver CC, please let me know if you're using Dreamweaver CS6 or a prior version, and I will provide you with material that covers those versions. In Dreamweaver CC, I will be using the compact workspace. You can tell what the workspace is by this button on the top right. It's currently on compact. If your layout doesn't quite look like this in the compact state, select compact to get there. If you had made considerable changes prior to this, you can also reset the compact space and get a similar layout to what you see on the screen. We will need easy access to files, which are in this tab. If you have completed assignment 1, then your files folder should be already attached to your directory. I'm going to click Files and drag the tab to the left until I see a vertical line. I will also take the Insert tab and drag it to the left and place it next to the Files folder. If your tab falls during this process, you can rescue it and bring it to the top so that it's nested next to the insert files. It's really your own preference. Just be advised that the CSS designer on the right will be used extensively in this course, and that is why I prefer to have it displayed for the entire depth of the screen. This leaves me with very little space to work. However, I can collapse the tabs so that only icons appear, and that way my work area is a lot larger. The icons and panels are completely mobile. I'm going to expand this again, and I can bring the insert menu above the workspace like it used to appear in CS6, and I can always bring it back to the same tab as files by just dragging and dropping. If you are needing more space, you can always take any of the tabs and detach them from their anchored spaces and move them to the side and collapse until you find that you have a large area to work with. I will be keeping my properties here below because that's where I've always seen them, and I will keep the files expanded for most of the time that I'm working, just so that I can keep tabs on where all my files are. I'll open our existing index.html file, and you'll see that our space is a WYSIWYG space, so what you see is what you get. You see the typefaces that we're using. You can see that this is a heading 1. You can see our vision statement is an H2. You can see that we have an unordered list. And Dreamweaver will always tell you what it is you're clicking on by displaying it below. This tells me that I am in the body tag in a heading 1 tag. If I click on the next statement, that is a heading 2 tag inside the body. Same thing for assignments. If I click on this unordered list, then you'll see that I am in the list element inside an unordered list in the body. This will come in really handy when we start to code our CSS. Of course, we can always see what the code looks like. We can click on code and see the entire code of the document. If you want to keep tabs on both, you can split the screen and see the HTML code right next to your design. Please contact me if you have any issues using Dreamweaver, or if you don't have access to the latest version of Dreamweaver, and we'll look for a solution to make sure that you have access to what you need for this course.